In the coastal village of Bayshore, there were two souls who lived by opposite rhythms. Elder Mo, the lighthouse keeper, was a man of constancy. His world was the spiral staircase of the stone tower, the polishing of the great Fresnel lens, and the unfailing boom of the foghorn. His purpose was singular: to be a fixed point in the chaos, a guardian against the unseen rocks. He spoke little, his face a map of wrinkles drawn by decades of salt wind. Liang, a young boy of the village, was a creature of flux. He didn't fish for mackerel like the others. He was a fisher of leaves. With a long, slender pole tipped with sticky resin, he would walk the forest streams, gently catching the autumn leaves as they tried to float away. He would then press them between pages of driftwood, preserving their fiery hues long into the winter. The villagers saw it as a pretty, pointless game. The bond between them was an old, retired sled dog named Kuma, once the proud leader of a mail-run team. Kuma now lived with Elder Mo, too stiff for running but too noble for the hearth. Every afternoon, Liang would visit, and Kuma would thump his tail, a slow, heavy beat like a metronome. Liang would show Mo his latest leaf, a scarlet maple, a golden ginkgo, and Mo would grunt, offering a biscuit. They shared a silence that was comfortable. One autumn, a superstition gripped Bayshore. A strange, migrating bird, a storm petrel, known in sailors' lore as an omen of cursed weather, was seen circling the lighthouse. Fear ran through the village. The fishermen refused to set out. They whispered that the lighthouse itself was now bad luck. Elder Mo scoffed. A bird is just a bird. The light is just a light. But for the first time, no boats dotted the horizon at dawn. His constant guiding light shone for an empty sea. His purpose felt hollow. Liang watched his friend grow more distant, his polishing of the lens becoming almost angry. He saw the sadness in Kuma's clouded eyes. He also saw the lonely storm petrel, not as a curse, but as a creature far from its flock, resting on the tower's railing, its wings drooping with exhaustion. The great storm arrived not with cursed omens, but with meteorological certainty. It was a fury that shook the very foundations of the lighthouse. The wind screamed, and a thick, woolly fog rolled in, swallowing the beam of the great light whole. The foghorn was useless, its sound absorbed by the muffling blanket. From his window, Elder Mo saw disaster. A small, reckless fishing skiff, its engine failed, was being driven blindly toward the serpent's teeth rocks. He could hear the faint shouts over the gale. His light could not pierce the fog. His constant was useless. Liang, huddled in Mo's quarters with Kuma, saw the panic on the old man's face. He looked at his pole, at his pressed leaves, at the weary storm petrel trembling on the windowsill. An idea, wild and fragile as a leaf itself, came to him. "Your light can't cut through," Liang shouted over the wind. "But maybe many small lights can be seen." He grabbed his jar of fish oil, used to lubricate the lighthouse mechanisms. He rushed to his pressed leaves, the oak, the maple, the birch. He dipped their stems in the oil. They were no longer just keepsakes. They were tiny, potential torches. Elder Mo understood in an instant. He nodded, his old eyes fierce. Working with frantic speed, Mo fixed the oil-dipped leaves to the end of Liang's long fishing pole. Liang climbed out onto the gale-lashed gallery, Kuma whining at the door behind him. With shaking hands, Mo struck a match and lit the first leaf. It caught, a brilliant dancing point of amber. Liang extended the pole out over the railing into the fog. One leaf torch was nothing, but then Liang lit another on the pole and another. Soon, he had a line of 6 small, brave flames waving in the storm like a string of fiery blossoms. In the skiff below, the fishermen, praying against the rocks, saw not a solid beam, but a miraculous sight. A constellation of fiery leaves, dancing and swirling in the black fog, clearly marking the position of the lighthouse and the deadly rocks to avoid. They rowed with desperate strength toward the dancing lights. The storm petrel, drawn to the unexpected flames, took flight. It didn't flee. It began to circle the line of fire, its own movement making the lights seem to pulse and breathe, a living guiding signal in the void. The skiff found safe passage. When the storm cleared, the village learned what had happened. The omen bird had helped guide them. The pointless leaves had saved lives. And the keeper of the constant light had been saved by a boy who understood change. Elder Mo did not stop tending the great light. But in a case beside the lens, he now kept Liang's most beautiful pressed leaf, a reminder. And on the worst foggy nights, alongside the boom of the horn, they would sometimes light a single leaf torch on the gallery, a signal that said, "When the old ways cannot see, look for the new light. It is still here for you." Kuma, in his final winter, slept contentedly by the fire. Between his two humans, the steadfast rock and the gentle current, who together had learned to bend without breaking. Moral: the world needs both the steadfast lighthouse and the fragile dancing leaf. Do not dismiss the gentle, seemingly pointless gifts of others. For in the greatest fog, when the strong beam fails, it is often the small, unexpected light, held aloft by courage and cooperation, that guides the way home.